All right, we just making sure we get everything set up so it's crystal clear. And YouTube says we are live right now and filming. So again, we're here with Yost Peterson.
What's good, y'all?
This is Yatta Debates Live 2, and today we have an interesting topic. Yost, would you like to bring it up?
So basically, we're going to get a little bit into relationships. Let's just talk about, first thing I want to start off with expectations in relationships. How do you feel about setting expectations in relationships? Having them, setting boundaries. What is your take on that?
To be honest, and people got to understand this more and more, we unconsciously set expectations in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It don't matter how many times that you go into a relationship and it's just like, oh, I'm not going to expect this much. I'm not going to expect this much. I'm not going to expect this much. But the truth is once you make a commitment to a person like that, it's just it's again, like I said, it's unconscious that you have an expectation of them. You even, of course, everybody expects to obviously oh, don't lie, don't cheat, don't whatever. But it gets deeper than that, so. But like I said, as far as that, I feel we do it unconsciously.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. Currently I'm in a relationship, and before I got into the relationship, I was telling myself, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, I don't want that, I don't expect that. All I got is myself. I'm just with you for, the purposes or whatever that purpose may be. But once, we started to really get into it, and I felt certain things, roles weren't being played, or I wasn't getting what I was given. I expected what I was given to get in return, and I didn't get that. So that was another thing. We had to have that type of conversation. We had to talk about, well, if I'm doing this for you, you don't have to have money, but the least you can do is show me that you appreciate it, you know, instead of just saying I appreciate it.
How we kind of say match that energy.
Basically, yeah. So it's yikes. It's a lot, you guys. Relationships, I say relationships aren't easy at all. It's one of the most hardest things to try and balance, especially when you're trying to balance your own personal life, friendships, other mutual relationships, business relationships, and then you got this one person you have to check up on 20 times out of the day, or depending on how much you guys communicate. But yeah.
Now, something I did want to bring light to is more so with our generation, and before I get too deep into this, I wanted to say this is something that we don't realize it, but it's been something that we've been dealing with for a long time. What role does social media now play in our relationships today, on the grand scheme of things? Because we can kind of say oh, we don't take social media serious or X, Y, and Z, but we've seen some serious things happen over social media, people getting shot, killed, beat up, you know what I mean? Messages being exchanged, people getting exposed, this, that, and the
exposed, especially. What? I feel like social media is the devil.
Yeah.
Social media is the devil. Don't nobody know who I talk to, don't nobody know who I know, because I feel like once you start putting all of that out in the open, it's fair game. People are going to say what they want. People are going to do what they want. And just so be it, if your significant other finds it entertaining, they're going to entertain it too. And then also influences. People read these memes or
relationship
Twitter
goals.
Yeah, people oh, we don't do that. Oh, why not that? Da da da. First off, because what may works for them don't work for us. And I feel like a lot of people have to understand that. What works for your relationship won't work for mine. I'm sensitive as fuck. Your heart is a rock.
No,
you can't tell.
That's how I come
off. You can say one thing to y'all, and y'all is all right, whatever. Me, I'm taking that to heart. What? What you say? What? Nah.
Oh man, what's going on, y'all? What's going on, Sharasia? But I would say, and this is why I said something.
Let me share the link on my page so people could comment and stuff and ask questions.
Yeah. So but something that I was saying that goes even far back is let's take it back, even to MySpace when it was back at, oh, who's in my top 8? Oh, you not in my top 8. I don't know. It's just and it was a big deal. You know what I mean? People was going yo, I'm not I'm your girl, or that we dating or whatever, and I'm not in your top 8. Yeah. How could you do this?
Listen, I was one of those ones that tried to be cool and just have a top 5. I thought only 5 was I mess with, and I feel like I've always been like that. I've always had like only certain people I will call my friends or I feel like I can go to for certain things. But yeah, even with that, don't limit yourself. Stop putting limits on things. Stop putting expectations on things. I'm learning as I go through life. I'm sorry.
But and you know what it is? I think at one point, like as far as that, like it just becomes kind of like normalized in a sense. Like even with social media, like we kind of broadcast like a lot of things that we doing. Like if we eating at like a restaurant or we going on vacation or we doing something like it really is like how I can say it's like the internet coffee house. When you go somewhere and you just like you just talk casually and it's just like that's what ends up happening. And I think like you said, like a big part of that is like limiting yourself off of social media in a sense. But it is one of those things where it's just like it's something to do when it's not enough to do.
Exactly.
So and it's just like so many different platforms. Like you gotta consider like when we was growing up, it was just MySpace. But now it's just like you got consider it's so many outlets. It's Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Come to find out, it's funny. I had this conversation yesterday. They were saying this back when MySpace was popping. It was this thing that it was like how people going like online dating apps, whatever, to chat, whatever.
Yeah.
It was this phone calling app. Like you just call it, and then it was called doorbell. Something you old enough, you probably remember. You know what I'm talking about? No.
That doorbell?
Yeah, it's like you hear a doorbell, and that means that the person want to talk to you. So then you press 1 to accept it, and that's when you like it's like a chat line, whatever.
I remember that, but those was more like those was hookups. Those was that's what. Those was the commercials for the Dateline.
That was Tinder basically before Tinder.
But I mean, like even to the point where sometimes like we make subliminal posts. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
So subliminal posts, and it's just like I got caught up doing it a couple times too. Like I'm not immune to it.
I ain't get caught yet.
Like I'm trying to check myself on that more often. And like I said, that's just me like limiting my time on social media. Like
with the social media, I feel like I'm not really as active on social media when it comes to like typing out, how I feel or just like expressing, but I will like screenshot, like the memes or whatever. But I feel like that's another thing that I need to work on certain things, like expressing myself on social media. I feel like if I was to work on that a little bit, I'll probably be better with saying it in person. You get what I'm trying to say? In a sense, like some people, they say whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, I'm like, is this something that you really want to put on the airwaves? You know what I mean? Like
what you just said was unnecessary. You did not have to say that, but shit, I would sometimes I could be heartless like them.
But and let me ask you this: going back to the whole relationship goals, you like and having expectations, like. Do you think that really like affects people on like a certain level? Like they might feel like their relationship is inadequate in a sense if they not doing what these memes are saying.
Yeah,
like
most definitely. I feel like that's what when people go on social media, they see everybody doing picnics or going here, doing that, whatever. They want to do that as well.
Yeah.
So being that they not doing that, or they're too afraid to say, hey, let's make the first move and be like, hey, let's do this, let's do that. They're waiting on you to say something when really, if you feel it, just go with it and say it. And if you don't got the money, you'll make something happen. You'll make something work. That's what communication is about, and compromising. A lot of people, they hate to compromise. People hate to put pride aside. Put your pride aside and compromise. Oh. My God.
That was a bar. Yeah, like you said, with that, like you kind of like, I guess, set an unrealistic expectation for yourself as far as how your relationship goes. It's just like they make it sound so simple, like, travel, get money, do this, do that, and it's just like, well, what happens when you gotta go to the hospital? You know what I mean? Like it's just like it's not as cut and dry as people try to make it appear to seem. It's not like it's not a blueprint. Like you can't say like. What's going on, Sharaja? It's not really like a blueprint where it's like, okay, these are the steps for success for a successful relationship. Because just like you said, everybody deals with their own issues, and it's just like you're not going to find the answers in a meme.
Or looking at someone else's relationship.
Mm.
You got to figure that shit out for yourself. I'm just cussing. I cuss. Can I? I'm
Yeah,
good.
you can cuss.
All right,
Yeah, like this is a freedom of speech platform.
Fuck that shit. But yeah, no. I feel like people, we all, not even people, me, us, black people, the culture, all of us, we have to stop depending and, you know, putting ourselves up next to these memes and be like, I want to be like that one day. No, it's not going to happen. It's unrealistic unless you guys sit down together and come up with a plan
like
to get to that level.
Basically saying, make your own relationship goals. Don't take it from like it's like, yeah, it's cute, it's funny, it's just like, you know, you might find some inspiration, but don't see that as the blueprint for a successful relationship. You know what I mean?
Because I feel like every relationship has the ups and downs. Every relationship, you're going to argue, you're going to say some mean things, and your feelings is going to get hurt. But you know, if y'all really love each other, and like, look at this. When y'all first met, whoever you dealing with, when y'all first met, your intentions was getting to know them because you thought that they were attractive. Now that you know you're on that level of dating, what's next? What's next? You have to figure that out. Not just because, all right, now we've been dating for 2 months, 3 months, I want to be with you. You want to be with me, what's your plan after being with me? I feel like everything you have to have a plan. Just like you get into a relationship, putting you're in a relationship and you start, you know, trying to channel these memes and stuff, that's just going to fail. No, be your own meme. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, like you said, especially first enter into a relationship, and I think like it's more so different now because you gotta figure like, I would say I won't say it's easier, but it's more convenient for us because of social media. So you gotta kind of gotta like take the good with the bad. Like you might see somebody in our first appearance, like, you know, like oh damn, they attractive or X, Y, and Z. But if you look at their social media, you kind of gauge what kind of like, okay, how am I going to how am I going to approach this?
Yeah,
you know. So it's you kind of got to take the good with the bad in that because like
and that's another thing too. Instagram, that's like a bitch portfolio. You want to know anything about them, get their Instagram, you start scrolling, finding out everything.
Yeah. And like you said, with a person who does put like all their business out there, like you done seen somebody kids grow up like for the last 5 years you been on Facebook, like you basically know their whole life story.
Yeah,
like you was at the cookout with them, basically. Like, oh yeah, that food look good.
Yep, that's how Stacy baby daddy was messing with her sister.
Wait, what? Huh? I don't know about anything like disclose. I don't want no. But yeah, I would say with that, like in that sense, it is different because like a while ago, like you actually had to like go out and date somebody initially to get to know them, you know, and it's just like, and trust me, like I am a victim of this, like just going on first dates and like, oh yeah, let's go out to dinner and spend X, Y, Z amount of money, and it's a flop. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's just like no second date. Like, no, I'm good off this. I'm good off this short.
I'm happy I didn't get to experience that. I'd have been pissed if I would have wasted money. I actually didn't start dating, like actually dating until I turned 21. Honestly, like Jamar knows, he can testify. I've been in my bag by myself. I mean, besides this one girl I was stuck on, but she played games, and I feel like that's why I wasn't really dating because I was stuck on her even after high school. Fuck that. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It's like I don't want to come too aggressive. We're gonna bang gavel on that one. But yeah, like you said, you really can kind of like gauge a person. Like you can't base it completely off of that, but you can say you can see like I can see where they hang around, who they be around.
If we got mutual friends, or if we know mutual people. Hit them up, get some info through them. You know?
Like, yo, let me get the scoop. You know this person? What they about? Where they be at?
Listen, you know what I mean? I'm the victim of. All right, I'm the victim of stalking. I'm a stalker, especially if I like you. And that's another thing with social media. They make it so easy for you to find out the information that you want to find out. The person that you want. Like,
how old is this person?
I'm gonna expose myself. So basically, I hit my cousin up to see, you know, if they knew who I was trying to mess with. And surprisingly, she did. She knew the cousin. Went to the cousin page to find their page, and that's how I found their Instagram. And then when I found their Instagram, I found their Facebook. And when I found their Facebook, I found their Twitter.
It's like detective research, and I see why like they can use.
It's hard work too. It's hard work. I spend at least 2 hours. Yeah, I'm exposing myself now. Yep.
I mean, but I can see why they can use that to track, because like again, like you said, they can go into like great detail just based off like your social media.
Yeah.
Like now, one thing I want to get into is just like in 2019, how are people still getting catfished?
Oh,
2019. I don't think it should happen anymore.
Because they're gullible, naive, weak, no self-love, period.
Like maybe on the dating apps,
all right, that was hard.
And stuff like that, you might get caught up or something like that, but not on Facebook.
Not
like
Facebook. Oh hell no!
And you get requests from those fake pages,
yeah.
and you see like your mutual friend
all the time.
I'm like, yo, you couldn't tell, like.
You only have 2 mutual friends, and the mutual friends are out of state.
Yeah.
So, that's a dub. Yeah, I've had a couple of them in my inbox. Honestly, it was like 2 model chicks, and it was like trying to get me to come out to Cali, and they talk about something that's gonna pay for the flights and stuff. But no. You try to get my bank information, baby.
Yeah, right. I had this girl send me an inbox about, send me $300 and I'll turn it into $1,000. I'm just like.
So why are people 2019 people still doing that? My little cousin actually emailed me, DM'd me, telling me some her friend work at Acme or some shit like that. Do I want to make an extra $1,500 or something like that? Like I don't know. People, these scams scamming and catfishing. I'm over it. 2019, no more. I'm calling everybody out. Even if I don't, I'm not friends with you. If I just see I'm commenting, I'm sorry. I'll be that one person. I'm going to block you, report you, and all that good shit. Because why?
Yeah.
Get a job.
And I mean, like, for me, it's just like, what's really the point of catfishing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you act like a person is not going to find out. Like, even if they do meet up with you, it's just like, okay, now you're just a liar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
like you drew up this whole persona. And I can't even fuck with you now because
I feel like whoever catfish, they should be afraid of what the response is going to be when they get to the person face to face. I'd be scared as fuck if I was catfishing. I'd be scared. I wouldn't even want to show my face. Like, what's the point in catfishing than really trying to meet up? I said the only reason to catfish is if you're just trying to get some pictures and then dip. That's about it. But catfishing and then trying to meet up face to face, you liable to get punched in the face. Period.
True. So I was talking to this about with Mar Bowman. Shout out to Mar Bowman. I said 2017 was the year of the curve, and 2018 is the year of the shot.
Okay.
Does that still hold true in 2019? Are people still shooting a shot in 2019?
People should be making a shot in 2019.
They should be making a shot.
They shot should be getting. You had 2 years to prep. You had, what was the first year?
The year of the curve. 2017 is the year of the curve.
2018
is the year of the shot.
And 2019 should have been the year you took home the championship.
Well, my girl always said that. She was just like, yeah, I bagged you because we met up like early 2018. She was like, yeah. And that's when the whole shoot your shot came out. She was just
you got your little championship. There you go. You got your little trophy walking around with it, you know?
So, but again, as far as with social media, how can it like negatively affect your relationship, like in the sense where it's just like you just might be using it for like oh yeah, like everybody uses social media, but you know, like it does cause a strain on relationships, like who is this person talking to, why are they liking these pictures and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like even still, like even with myself, you know, sometimes I get caught up like, oh, who does she talk to, X, Y, and Z. So it's just like, is that more so social media, or is that like a personal insecurity? Because the way I see it is just like, and this is something that one of my exes told me like a while back. She was like, if a person's going to cheat, they're going to cheat. It don't matter if it's social media or if it's in real life. You know what I mean? If that's just the type of person that you're dealing with, they going to do it regardless. It don't matter if it's on social media. It don't matter if they go to a bar, a club, a library, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's just the schematics of it. But so why do you think it's so much more of a focus on social media? You think it's because it is so much more like accessible? Like you can just go like and like I got like 1,500 friends on my social media. You know what I mean? Like it's just like
you popping.
It's just people in this area, like maybe some like in New York and other people that we did shows with and stuff like that. But
I feel like it's more so a personal insecurity, but social media makes it worse because we all have insecurities, and if your significant other isn't trying to make your insecurities, trying to make you less insecure, that's one thing. And then on top of that, social media, I feel like social media is just bad altogether.
Is it bad though, or do we make it bad? That's what I'm trying to say. Because you got to see, like, it's some people who really do use the platform for like for platforms like this, or like when promoting shows or good music or whatever. So it's like
it's not bad. I feel like if you're an insecure person, you should stay off social media. If like you're really that insecure to the point where your person is commenting or liking pictures of the same sex or different sex or whatever, and you're getting insecure about that, that's a problem. Like for instance, the Regina you seen on the Shade Room when her dude, basically it was this girl like deep throating this not a banana, it was a cucumber.
As a matter of fact, I just seen that today.
And he was like, damn, or some shit like that. She was like, yo, you a fucking clown. Like I feel like that. He only comment saying, wow, like she's like, that's interesting. Like she shocked the shit out of me. It's not like he was like, oh, I'm trying to see what's that about. I'm trying because she come deep throat, He wasn't coming like that. I feel like I would have been insecure if he was doing it directly, saying, oh, I'm trying to get some of that.
Yeah.
Not saying, oh, what an amazing trick she did. That's not for you to get insecure about. I feel like you trying to play me. Now we got something to talk about. It's nothing to really talk about.
And like with this, and this is something that I had to figure out for myself, is like separating like that thin fine line between like being friendly and coming off as too friendly. So and it was something like that because me myself, like you seen like when we did shows together, like I'm a social person like that, but I did really like have to like check myself and set certain regulations. Like, all right. Maybe that's inappropriate, especially for me. Like, surprisingly, like I haven't been in like too many long-term relationships. So this time around, like I really did have to do like some self-checking. Like, all right, maybe that is inappropriate. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that in X, Y, and Z. And like you said, it really is just like a point of like personal growth. But one thing that I wanted to touch base on is, do you think that with how like I don't want to say normalized. It's just like, in a sense, it's essential that social media is, in a sense.
Okay.
Should you get rid of it for a relationship? Completely. Like, if they say it's just like, all right, no Facebook, no Snapchat, no whatever. Because, like, I still see, like, married couples, like a couple guys that I work with at Amazon, like, they married, they use Facebook, they not on it, like, 24/7. But, they still post pictures when they out to dinner, or they comment on stuff, and but they be in fully committed married relationships.
I feel like you don't necessarily have to get rid of social media or your apps. I'll say just try staying off of it. Just try out of the day be on social media for 2 hours, and then out of those 2 hours just make sure you check your messages, your phone calls, or whatever else that you're doing on your phone. Just try not to focus on Instagram, Facebook too much. I feel like some people be on Facebook all day long, doing nothing, just typing, texting away, talking about random shit throughout the town. Nobody cares.
Looking at memes, looking at videos.
Like nobody cares. Like I'm pretty sure if you're a very busy person, you got to go to work, you got kids, or whatever the case may be, you shouldn't even be on your phone like that all the time, checking and scrolling. I have a phone. I'm barely on my phone like that. I post, and then when I post, I get off. You want to reach me, text me, unless I'm alerted. I feel like it's all about your personal preference. But I feel like insecurity wise, like if you're insecure and you got some things you need to work on, I feel like you need to work on that with your person. Your partner. Work on that, and then slowly take yourself off of social media. And when you feel like y'all are good, then bring yourself back on. Don't try and take it all in at once. Little doses. It's okay. It's okay to go ghost on your friends for 2 months, 3 months. It's okay.
That was a shot.
It's okay.
That was a shot.
Period. It's cool. We get it. And I feel like your friends know you, they understand, they'll let you be, they'll support you no matter what.
I feel you. I feel you. Now, for two people that I guess that's either talking or in a relationship, and they both on social media heavily.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that can pose a problem?
Yeah, I feel like that can. So
Yeah, I remember one of the guys that I worked with. He said that when him and his girl first started dating, that they would even go out to like dinner, and both of them would be on their phone.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like,
I know exactly what you mean by this question too.
so like can that pose a problem, or are you just like, is it just like, are you just numb to it? Like y'all both like in your own kind of like little world or whatever. And it's like when you wake up, you're like, damn, I really don't even know this person.
Yeah, I feel like that's that's a big problem. The problem is y'all both need to stay off your phone when y'all around each other, especially when you're at a dinner table, like you're on a date.
Yeah.
When it's us time, it needs to be us time. Fuck whoever texting your phone. Fuck what's going on social media. Like, okay, we pick up your phone, all right, we talk, whatever, argue, whatever. But if you deep in your phone and I'm talking to you, like, oh yeah, no, I'm slapping that phone out your hand because you should not. Like, I feel like you're ignoring me. You're not talking to me. When I talk, I like to be heard. So the fact that that's a big issue. That's a big issue, and that's something that should be nipped in the bud, like before the person start getting comfortable and you start feeling the way. And now that you're feeling the way and you didn't say anything about it the first time when it first happened, it's gonna be like, why are you bringing it up now? So nip that shit in the bud. That is unacceptable. And if you're numb to it, you need to get unnumb.
That was like a big thing that we said, like as far as like communicating, like presenting the issues when it's a problem, because like you said, when you hold on to those things, right?
Yeah.
And you don't speak on those issues, it's like it builds up and it builds up and it builds up, and it's one explosive moment, and then you mad about something that happened months ago, and this person don't even know. So it's just like, to a sense, you kind of you kind of at fault at that for not presenting the issue when it was an issue. And like I got caught up, like myself doing that, like not always saying what the problem was, and then like just pushing off to the side because I don't think it's that serious at the time. And then when it does get to that point, it's just like, hey, you this and that and that and that, and they like, whoa, like we're all.
I like what you said. I like what you said. You said because it wasn't serious at this time.
Yeah,
it wasn't serious at this time, but the more it kept happening, the more you start realizing it. You start to like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then you start getting mad, then you explode. Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that, and I feel like that's one thing. If you're listening, if you're doing this, cut it out. Cut it out. Let it be known right then and then. Don't leave nothing behind. Don't leave no leaf unturned. Yeah, turn all them leaves. Okay.
Now let me ask you this too, and this is one thing I want to touch bases on. Do you feel like, and especially with social media, that when you get into a relationship, you are more targeted towards people trying to like bring it down? Like it seems like
hate on a relationship, or
like they try to like infiltrate and get like a little bit closer to you, or so like, what are your thoughts on that?
I haven't dealt with that, but I have dealt with like friends, like people who I would consider my friends, like try and question and get into my business about my relationship, and then like try and downplay my relationship. I've dealt with that, but not people like trying to
like infiltrate, and just be like and try to spend a little bit more time with you now. Like
I haven't dealt with that yet, honestly. Because I don't know. Sometimes I be choosing my relationship over them. Sometimes I don't know.
You like, look, you know what I mean? Like
we gonna hang out next week.
But yeah, and I mean it is something that you gotta watch for, because I had people like come up to me and like try to like downplay like my relationship. Like you said, people that was like I was real cool with, and I'm just like, that kind of like threw me back for a second. And it was just like well, wait a minute, and it was just like, well, this wasn't really a problem prior. Like, why is it a problem now? And it's just like, I think it's one of those things. It's like people just want what they can't have at that time. So it's just like, that might be something. And again, with social media, it's just like you said, it's that that kind of like you always see it like, oh, I see them out with this person and they going out and doing this and they doing that and they doing that. They was like, well, let me mess it all up right now.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
Actually, you know what? I'm lying. I definitely did have a friend who got mad at me because I was spending more time with my boyfriend and not with her. And she got mad because she was trying to say that whenever we would set dates up, I would bullshit when really it was the other way around. She would always bullshit me. Be at my house at 11, you would text me at 12 saying, oh, my bad, I forgot. Or, you know, some shit that went on with whatever, you know, they was going through. But yeah, nah, it definitely, yeah.
Frosted Flakes.
How you want to be a bitch friend, but you flaky? How was that?
They want to be friends on Facebook, like your statuses and stuff like that.
I'm not a big social media person.
Yeah, I feel you. And I mean, that's one thing I was saying is like, you know, when you get older, it's kind of like more difficult to like start making friends in a sense like that, like real friendships. It'll be like situations where it's just like, oh yeah, I'm cool with this person, and like whenever we see each other, it might be like all cool and peachy. Or it's not like somebody I'm just like, oh
let's go hang out,
yeah,
do some shit,
it'll be stuff like that.
And I feel like I'm a very easy outgoing person, but I do agree with you. It is getting type hard to just make friends because I don't know. I feel like with a lot of shit that's going on in the world now and malicious shit,
you kind of just like stick to people that you like, that you know that you've been cool with for like for a certain amount of time. Yeah. And it's like you really like I don't really got time to be, you know what I mean? If it's not in a position where we already like kind of building a relationship, like unconsciously, it's not like you. So I'm like, oh, let me go out and make some friends. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just like so.
But then sometimes when you just go out and not knowingly, you just be making friends out of nowhere because that's the type of person that you are. You're a people's person, and you know how to talk. You know how to talk and hold conversations and just say whatever comes to your mouth.
I appreciate that. So with that, I want, and this is one more thing I want to touch bases on. Where on the line do you separate like your relationship and your friends, and like where do those things kind of like at one point like meet? Like yeah, like Jamar knows my girl, like you know what I mean. Like we all like we ain't hang out like a ton of times, but like we all went out together on time, and it was all cool. So like at what point it's just like, all right, this is my relationship, these are my friendships, and this is just like where it's like a balance.
That question, that's a good question because I'm still kind of struggling with that, to be honest. I'm struggling with whether or not to merge or to keep it separate and then, you know, bring, you know, him around every now and then or whenever. But that part, I do not have the answer for. But I will say this. I tried. And when things become too much for me, I start to overthink it and stress about it. Like, I feel like, I don't know if I think it's a Pisces thing. I feel like whenever I merge people together and they start getting along, like I feel like if Jamar and Leroy got together, it will be, I don't know. I wouldn't know how to handle it because for one, his mouth is already crazy. You already know I'll be with him. And then like his mouth is crazy too. So if they both get together and they be best friends, then they both be mouthing me. Yeah. I'm not gonna take it lightly.
Like man, you like I shouldn't even boss you around.
It's like what the fuck? It's like but yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's personal time. I feel like you'll know when the time is right.
Yeah, I think at one point like that's like maybe not so much in the beginning, but like once you're like develop more, like I think that is kind of important. Like it's just like all right, like not that I need to know like who you hanging around, but it's just like it should be like certain situations.
That's important though.
Yeah, like that, like. All right, like if y'all hanging out, like could we all like go out together? Like I understand if it's like, or it's like a boys' night out or a girls' night out, or if it's like a situation like that. But if it's like I'm like, oh, we all just going like we going out to like a picnic or we going out to the beach and like your friends going, like it should be no reason that you shouldn't be able to come or I shouldn't be able to come in this situation. Like at one point in time, you know what I mean? Like maybe more so in the beginning, but like once y'all more developed, it shouldn't be like that. Yeah. I feel like y'all should already be like established at that point. At like I don't know, I can't really put like a time marker on it, like because like you said, it's different for different people and people go through all different kind of situations. But like you'll know when it's just like.
But I feel like it's very important to merge, at least try. Like I can say I at least tried because it's important to see who they're hanging around, you know, to
Mm.
see what type of people they're influenced by or they're influencing, you know. I
Mm.
feel like that's real important because you get to see all different dynamics, the different sides that come with that one person that you're with. Yeah, it's very important. And I feel like, you know, I'll get there one day.
Mm.
I will. When I put my feelings and pride and all that shit
Put
aside.
aside.
I get to that point. Like, but yeah, but you know, it's kind of new to me.
Yeah. Okay. And not for nothing, it's still relatively new to me. Like, you know, just like, again, like, to the point where I'm in a long term, you know, committed relationship. Like, other than that, it was just like, oh, we talking for like a little bit.
How long you guys been?
Over a year now, like a year and a half now. So,
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
definitely put like some time in.
May 29th made me a year. Yeah.
So.
Period.
But so, final thoughts on this. So, social media and relationships, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? And I went you on Facebook to. Why are you looking at me like that? I went you all the way on this. Well, social media and relationships, is it a good thing
Have they been
or a
asking
bad thing?
questions?
Let me see. No, not really. We didn't get too many questions on this. We got a couple viewers. Yeah. Yeah. So, what do you say? Good thing or bad thing?
I mean, being that I'm an entertainer, social media is my business. It's a good thing.
Marboon, good thing, bad thing.
What's the question again?
Social media in a relationship, good thing or bad thing? Especially because you do videos.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
I can't ask you because you just like, I don't know nothing about that.
You gotta show off your certificate under.
That's if they want to be showed off.
Like,
not all the time.
You gotta show it to the world. You can't hide love from the world.
That's how you feel, though.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, and
I love from the world.
You can't.
If you hide your love, that means you hide it for a reason.
So social media is the world. That's another world.
Basically,
that's the new world.
Yeah, it's the new world.
That's crazy, like saying that. Like,
you live on the internet nowadays. That's honest.
True.
You live on the internet now. You gotta get used to it or not. Delete your apps, like you said.
I mean, personally, I feel like I wouldn't mind being showed off on social media, but timing.
Yeah.
Gotta have that timing. Right now, I don't want to be showed off on somebody else's Instagram because say what. All right, I don't want to. Let me knock on some wood or something. But like,
how long does it take to show a picture of your significant other? A year?
I mean, no, I've showed like my nigga on all my stories of platforms or whatever.
I won't say it's a timestamp. It's when you sure when you in a point in your relationship where you say like, all right, this is the person I'm gonna be with. Then.
What is it, 90 days?
It's not a time when you personally feel comfortable. I'll tell you, like I won't bring no woman around my family that I don't see like potential in. Like, cause I don't need those kind of questions. Like, who this now?
now, what if your significant other isn't comfortable with you posting them on social media?
And you got so. Well, guys, thank you so much. She said, I think it's important to find a balance, and that is definitely a good one. And I mean, and that's an important thing for all one. And Sonny is watching, so if you want to
what's up, Sonny?
If you want to say hi to Sonny, so I think that really is an important one. Like she said, is finding that balance. So
balance is key.
And Yost, man, it was really good talking to you.
I was good talking to you too, Yatta.
This episode of Yatta Debates. Mark Booman, glad to have you. Teresa, glad to have you too.
Thanks, Miss Teresa. She's so pretty, y'all.
And guys, on this one, we will be closing out today. If you guys feel free to share this video or tell anybody to go on YouTube and watch it from a different angle, or we will share it here on Facebook again. And I will keep you guys updated on the next episode. Guys, thank you so much for watching.
All right, you guys.
And stream.